Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. Are you guys wanting to learn how to make an awesome YouTube banner or a graphic? If you are, let's get started. Okay, so today I'm gonna teach you guys how to make this amazing YouTube banner. I have done one for my channel and I'm gonna show you how to do it. Consider subscribing to our channel so you don't miss any upcoming videos. So for this, I have attached in the description down below a template, which is free to use template, and it's a PSD file or a Photoshop document. So it comes with guidelines. So guidelines I'll show you in a while. They are very helpful, and believe me, if you have this Photoshop document, it's gonna be so easy for you to design the banner. So without further ado, let's get started. This is the banner, this is the PSD file I was talking about. It's gonna be linked in the description down below and you can check it out. It's gonna be on my website, which is health-gossip.com, and you can download it from there. But these are the guidelines which I was talking about, and it makes the job very easy. Okay, so it's everything laid out. It's in the right size which YouTube wants, 2560 by 1440. Now all you gotta do is start designing. So today I'm gonna show you just a simple design, but mind you, with Photoshop you have the way you think you can design the banner in that way. Okay, so I'm just gonna show you a very basic one how to design. I'm gonna use a stock image which I got it online, and you just drag and drop it on the document. Now you want to make sure that you get a big image, because this is a fairly big document. So you don't want to get a smaller one, because it's gonna be grainy if you get a really small one. You want to rasterize this layer. Once it's done, you can create two copies, one for the top one and one for the background. Now you want to draw a rectangle, because initially, if you can see here, this is the safe zone. So if you're on a mobile or a tablet, any content which is right in this safe zone, it's not gonna be chopped out. If it's something like, let's say if you were to write down your text which goes up till here, then it's this part is gonna be chopped out. And most of the users are nowadays on their cell phone, so it's definitely gonna be chopped out. So make sure you work in the safe zone. And here comes the guidelines, which are so helpful. Now that you know that you want to work in this area, you can move the guideline. I'll show you how to, but you don't want to move them. So let's get started. You want to select the rectangle, and you're going to draw a rectangle. Now since you have guideline, it's gonna auto adjust if you're using Photoshop CC. Now it's not visible because there is a layer on top, which I'm gonna hide it. Sorry. Now I'll rasterize this layer too, because you don't want to put it as a shape. Now the reason why I kept the top one is because we'll create a clipping mask. So this layer is sort of attached to the rectangle which we drew in the first place. Now you can play around with the background and make whatever changes you want. In this case, I'm gonna go in the adjustments and make it black and white. Okay, I can apply maybe a couple of more effects. So if you go in filter, there is an option for blurring. I usually use Gaussian blur and radial blur, but in this one I'm gonna use Gaussian blur. You can increase the radius, but you don't want to increase it too much. Maybe somewhere around 7 would be optimum. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And now the background is still a bit darker, like lighter, so I'm gonna make it darker by in the adjustments. I'll use brightness and contrast, and I'm gonna decrease the brightness. Yeah. Now not a lot of people are gonna view in smart TV. Yes, most of them do, but in the smart TV this is important because you don't want this area to be blank. So this would be for a traveler. Let's start with that, a traveler, and they can put their content in here, and if someone is watching on a smart TV, they will still see the whole thing. Now you want to put text on this one. Make sure it's in the top so it's visible. You select the text, you hit type. I have 172 size for the font, and it's Times New Roman, and I'm gonna type whatever you want, but in this case your channel. Okay, you can just center it up. Yep, it looks okay. Now since this is a white text on a lighter background, I'm gonna apply a couple of effects right here. So first thing first, I would definitely apply stroke. We'll use the color black so that it pops out. Then I'm gonna apply outer glow. You can use normal as a blend mode, not screen. You can use white, increase the opacity, and increase the size to somewhere right here so the text pops out. Okay, and yeah, looks pretty okay. I'll hit OK, and then the last effect I'm gonna apply is gradient for the metallic. Yeah, look, there is, I already designed one image before this, and it's picking up all the presets from there, but in this gradient I have used a gray and a white color, and I have scaled it down to 0 or 10. We'll keep it at 0 as well, so that it's a nice strong line which you can move around. We'll keep it right in the center. You can play around with all these options as well, but right now we are just making it easy. Okay, so that's the banner. Now you can definitely put your personal picture right here, or whatever different background you want to use over here, which I have done in my case as well. You can see I have used different backgrounds, different kind of text, and it's just playing around and just making sure that you get the one which you want. But this is just a brief idea that you want to make sure that you work in this section so that nothing gets chopped off while you're working. I'll just show you a quick banner design on a darker background. So we'll this time use a dark background, which is this. I again got it from the internet. It's a stock photo. There you go. Again, we'll rasterize this. We'll create 2 copies. You don't have to create 2 copies. In this case, I'm not going to create 2 copies because on a dark background, here's what happens if you apply clipping mask. It is gonna work that way too, but there is an easier option I'll show you. If you go in blending options, you select the blend mode. There are 2 which I use mostly. I have done a video previously about the overlay. You can use soft light. In this case, if I'm gonna use overlay, it's not gonna look pretty good. You can see right here because it's gonna be too dark. So we'll be using soft light. So it just softens the light and picks up the background, and it just looks awesome. Now if you want to move the guideline just to see how it looks, you have to go in the move tool, go on the guideline, the arrow will change if you can see right here, and then you can just move it up and you can have a look that it looks pretty good. Again, you can move the guideline just on the center, yep, just right there, so you don't mess around. It's not exactly on the spot. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so that you don't go across the guideline and mess up things. Now I'll create another copy of the same text and put it on top, and there you go. Now I don't pretty much like this white glow in this kind of background because you don't really need a glow. I do need the metallic effect right here and the stroke. You can take off the stroke as well and just zoom in and see how it looks. Looks pretty okay without the stroke as well, but I'll just keep the stroke. There you go, guys. Now you can go ahead and save this file as JPEG. Now when you are saving the file, YouTube would not allow you to save it as a or would not accept very large files. So when you plan to save it, I would say save it in somewhere around medium size, like the image quality, because it's still gonna look pretty good. I'm gonna show you how it's gonna look. So this is the one which we designed. It looks still pretty decent. See, there you go. But if you have a medium sized one, it's gonna easily be uploaded on YouTube. So I hope you guys found this video helpful. I'm gonna see you guys in the next video.